Hello, I'm Alex Carter. Today we're taking a hard look at America's iconic cities, places facing urgent challenges like crime and homelessness. Our goal isn't to judge, but to understand the realities behind the headlines and to see the human stories shaping these urban landscapes. Let's begin our journey. San Francisco, once a beacon of progress, now faces a stark divide between wealth and hardship. The city's homelessness crisis is impossible to ignore, with encampments visible in many neighborhoods. Smash-and-grab car break-ins are so common that rental companies warn visitors to leave nothing in their vehicles. This isn't just inconvenience, it's a sign of deeper public safety issues. The people on the streets are struggling with mental health, addiction, and economic hardship, symptoms of systemic failure. Local organizations work tirelessly, but the scale is overwhelming. Property crime and open-air drug use have eroded the sense of security for residents and visitors alike. Business owners face daily theft and vandalism, threatening the city's community fabric. For travelers, San Francisco now requires a new level of caution and awareness. To understand the city today, you have to look past the postcard views and see the real human struggles shaping its future. Los Angeles, the city of dreams, now faces a crisis that's impossible to ignore. Homeless encampments stretch from Venice Beach to freeway underpasses, creating entire communities without basic security. High-profile smash-and-grab robberies and open drug use have changed the city's atmosphere, making visitors more cautious. For residents, daily life means negotiating a harsher reality, erratic behavior on public transit, a frayed social contract, and a constant struggle for safety. The homeless population includes those priced out of housing, veterans, and people battling addiction. The city's beauty and diversity remain, but they coexist with deep sorrow and visible struggle. Visiting Los Angeles today means witnessing this duality, glamour and hardship, side by side. The city's challenges have no easy answers, and the dream now comes with a heavy dose of reality. To see LA is to see both its angels and its demons. Portland, once celebrated for its progressive spirit and quirky charm, now faces a crisis of identity. Prolonged protests and unrest have left downtown hollowed out, with many businesses closed and public safety in question. Open-air drug use and visible mental health crises are more pronounced. Some areas feel unsafe. The city's reputation as a top travel destination has suffered as families hesitate to visit. The weird that was once endearing now feels threatening to some. City leaders are struggling to reclaim Portland's narrative, but the evidence on the streets is hard to ignore. The ideals that made Portland attractive are being tested by modern urban problems. The challenge now is to restore safety and community without losing the city's unique soul. Seattle, the Emerald City, is now grappling with rising crime and a homelessness crisis that spread far beyond downtown. A revolving door justice system has left residents and law enforcement frustrated as repeat offenders cycle through without consequence. Tent encampments and RVs are now common in parks and neighborhoods, fueling fear and division. Despite massive investments, the problems seem to grow, dimming Seattle's reputation as a welcoming city. Tourists are warned about areas to avoid, and the experience of exploring the city is often marred by aggressive behavior and visible suffering. The city's immense wealth stands in stark contrast to the poverty on its streets. Seattle's identity is at stake. Can it restore safety and compassion, or will division deepen? The sparkle of the Emerald City has faded, and its future depends on finding a unified path forward. Seattle's struggle is a test of its values and resilience. Chicago, famed for its architecture and culture, is often overshadowed by its struggles with violence. Gun violence is concentrated in specific neighborhoods, but its effects ripple citywide, heightening anxiety even in traditionally safe areas. The sense of carefree exploration has been replaced by caution and vigilance. Tourists are still drawn to the city's attractions, but travel advice now comes with warnings about safety and awareness. Community leaders and activists are working tirelessly to heal neighborhoods, but progress is slow. Chicago's resilience is legendary, but the battle against violence is long and difficult. Visiting today means experiencing both the city's beauty and its pain. Chicago is fighting for its soul, and the outcome will shape its future. The contrasts here are stark, vibrant energy alongside deep sorrow. Philadelphia, the birthplace of America, is now at a crossroads. Violent crime and a visible homeless crisis challenge the city's historic ideals. The opioid epidemic is most visible in Kensington, where open-air drug markets and suffering are on full display. The crisis extends citywide, affecting safety and the visitor experience. Historic sites still draw crowds, but signs of struggle are never far away. Visitors are confronted with a reality far more complex than the city's storied past. Philadelphia must restore safety and address root causes of addiction and poverty. The city's challenge is to live up to its ideals in a modern era of unprecedented problems. To visit today is to witness a city fighting for a more peaceful and loving future. New York City, the city that never sleeps, is facing a resurgence of old challenges. Crime and homelessness are more visible, especially in the subway system, where random attacks and mental health crises have created new anxieties. The right to shelter policy hasn't stopped the rise in street homelessness or quality of life crimes. Tourists still flock to Times Square and Central Park, but now with a heightened sense of caution. The city's legendary energy remains, but it's tinged with a new edge and visible inequality. Visitors are likely to see scenes of social distress alongside iconic landmarks. New York's spirit of reinvention is being tested by debates over policing and social services. The Big Apple feels bruised, its core shaken, but its resilience endures. Visiting today means seeing a city in flux, wrestling with how to care for its most vulnerable. New York's future depends on balancing safety, compassion, and its trademark grit. Baltimore, known as Charm City, is defined by both its authenticity and its enduring struggles. High crime rates and deep social problems have shaped the city's image and the experience of visitors. The divide between the vibrant inner harbor and struggling neighborhoods is stark. Vacant housing and urban blight are visible reminders of economic decline. Tourists can enjoy safe, lively areas, but the city's underlying tension is never far away. Despite these challenges, Baltimore's grassroots energy and community spirit are strong. The city's beauty and pain coexist, offering a lesson in complexity. Visiting Baltimore means appreciating its resilience while acknowledging its struggles. Detroit, the Motor City, is a story of dramatic rise, fall, and fragile rebirth. Downtown and Midtown have seen a remarkable transformation, attracting new investment and visitors. But beyond the revitalized core, many neighborhoods still face blight, poverty, and crime. The contrast is striking: prosperity in some areas, abandonment in others. The city's comeback is real, but uneven, and the scars of economic collapse remain visible. Innovative solutions are underway, but progress is slow, and the road is long. Visiting Detroit means seeing both the excitement of renewal and the weight of its past. The city's spirit is unbreakable, but its journey is far from over. Detroit is a place where hope and hardship live side by side. St. Louis, the gateway to the West, is a city of rich culture and deep challenges. High violent crime rates, especially north of the Delmer Divide, have shaped its reputation and deterred visitors. The city's history of segregation and economic disparity is reflected in its neighborhoods. Popular attractions remain safe, but the perception of danger affects tourism and investment. Car break-ins and theft are concerns even in central areas, fueling frustration and debate. Businesses consider leaving, and residents feel the strain of declining public order. St. Louis has much to offer, but cannot escape the shadow of violence. The path forward requires healing historical wounds and bringing opportunity to all neighborhoods. For visitors, St. Louis is a poignant example of beauty and pain coexisting. It's a fitting final stop on our journey through America's urban paradox. Our journey through these cities reveals that crime, lawlessness, and homelessness are complex, deeply rooted issues. Facing these realities is the first step toward empathy and meaningful change. These cities are part of our collective story, reflecting both our challenges and our hopes. Thank you for joining me. Let's keep seeking understanding together.